Hey guys, welcome to Amy's Autopsy Report. My name's Amy. This video is going to be kind of a mixed bag of things. I was going to give you some random updates, and then I kind of briefly wanted to talk about Hereditary. I've seen Hereditary a few times now. I did not review it simply because it has been reviewed to death by everyone else. But I kind of wanted to I kind of wanted to open up a discussion about Hereditary in a way, in as it relates to the horror genre and like the different eras of horror. So I feel like, over the course of the last several years, we're developing our own sort of era of horror movies with different movies like The Ritual, The Witch, Hereditary, some other, flicks like that. And it kind of got me thinking when I was watching it for the second or third time. I enjoyed the movie. It's a very well-made movie. I can see why some people might not enjoy it. It is a bit of a slow burn. It doesn't have like a ton of bloody deaths and stuff to keep it going. And I get that, and I can appreciate horror fans who like that stuff better. I love that stuff too. I kind of love a lot of different types of horror. The slow burns, the real gory, the super B movie real gory, independent stuff, the shot on video stuff. I kind of like pretty much everything except I'm not a fan of torture porn. That's just, that subgenre just really doesn't do it for me. But when I was watching Hereditary, I was really thinking back to, my dog is playing. I was really thinking back to like the time period when Rosemary's Baby was made. And I believe that movie was I can't remember the year it was made offhand. I want to say in the mid to late 70s probably. If you've not seen Rosemary's Baby, you should definitely check it out. It's a real good slow burn movie that is just really well made. But it's directed by Roman Polanski. The acting is fantastic by Mia Farrow and the other castmates. It's just got one of those feels where the story is going and everything seems just a little bit off. It's off enough in a way to make it creepy. And Hereditary kind of reminded me of Rosemary's Baby in a lot of ways, when she is starting to have like all of these, thoughts about what happens to her daughter. And hopefully I'm going to try to keep this as free from spoilers as possible, but I may have to spoil some of the stuff just to discuss it. So if you've not seen Hereditary, and you don't want to hear a lot of details about it, which I suggest if you've not seen it, don't hear any details about it. Just watch it. But what happens to the daughter and how it affects the entire family and how we see this slow spiral out of control by the mother, played by Toni Collette, who's amazing in everything she does. It really reminds me a lot of Mia Farrow and Rosemary's Baby. Now, the stories are completely different. But she's spiraling sort of downward. People think she's going crazy. People think Toni Collette is going crazy. And then the end is sort of like this sort of, I say it's a shocking ending because it was not what I expected. Now, it's been quite a while since I've watched Rosemary's Baby, but I've seen that one multiple times as well. And it's just such a well-made film that I feel like Hereditary is sort of like in this era of horror that we've got going, where it's a little bit of a slow burn, but with an unexpected ending like they used to do. And the same with The Witch. I felt like The Witch was such a good slow burn movie, and then at the end, you're just like annihilated with the visuals of everything happening, and I felt like it was really effective. Now, if you don't like The Witch, and I understand there's a lot of people that hate that movie, and I get it. Not every type of horror movie is for every type of audience, and I understand that. And I know that there are a number of people that don't like Hereditary also. And I think that it's just the type of movie that you have to really be invested in these characters. It's just a well done character piece. And so those were the first three films that I could kind of think of offhand that were slow burns, but had these, like, in my opinion, these epic, like, endings and twists and things. And I'm like, The Ritual, I loved that movie. And I know a lot of people hated that too. And I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys about Hereditary and what you thought. The story was fantastic. The acting was fantastic. There were scenes in Hereditary that were so brutal and graphic, and they caught me off guard. And you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. I was just like, oh my gosh, when you know, that happens to the daughter. I was not expecting that at all. I had no idea that anything happened to the daughter in the film. I had no idea really what Hereditary was going to be about. I thought it was going to be like a typical sort of haunted house themed film or possession or something like that, and it really wasn't. And it was just, I feel like it was so much more. Let me know, guys, what you think about Hereditary and what I've kind of said about it as far as like what it's kind of doing for the genre, I believe. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing more films like this to see what's happening. Mingo has toys. You know, and I kind of feel like that same way about director Jordan Peele, who directed Get Out, and now his new movie Us is coming out, which I have not seen either. Well, Us isn't out, but I know I'm behind the times. I've not seen Get Out either. And I didn't really want to see it because I thought it was going to be like a thriller. But the more I read about it, the more interesting it actually sounds. And so I'm definitely going to watch it. It's just a matter of me finding it or buying it for cheap or something. But you know, I feel like that's another sort of subgenre that's appearing where we actually get to focus on African American characters. And I wish that more movies would focus on reality, which is all different types of people. You know, small people, big people, white people, black people, you know, Indian people. There are so many types of nationalities, and I don't understand why it's catered to, like, why it's catered the way it is. It's just a skunk. You know, I love horror the way it is too, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we can't change things up and like have something cool, you know, out of some of the changes that can be made. Because when you think about it, a lot of the minorities in horror movies, they always die. So the fact that you could make a horror movie where maybe all the minorities live and the other people die, even that would be a welcome change. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think about Hereditary and kind of what I've thought about it. And if you have other films that you think fit the category, put them in the comments below. I'd be interested to see what you all think. And now on to some random updates. First of all, I am going to be going to Texas Frightmare Weekend this May, and I've already heard from a number of friends who are going, and I'm looking forward to meeting up with some of you. So if you plan on going, find me, say hello, because you know, I don't know all of your faces, but you all know mine. So if you see me there, stop me and say hello. I've been able to meet a lot of subscribers that way, and it's really fun for me to be able to meet up with you guys. So I am going to Texas Frightmare Weekend. It's in Dallas at the beginning of May. There's going to be there's an amazing guest list that's going to be there. Also, I'm meeting up with a bunch of my friends I haven't seen for quite a while. Well, since last year, most of them. And so that's one update. The second little mini update, I guess, is that I did not make any videos last week. It started out with a power outage on Sunday, and the power was going in and out the whole day, and it finally just went out and stayed out for several hours, so I didn't get to make a video on Sunday. So I'd planned to make a video for Wednesday, and then I got out of work late on Wednesday, and so it just became way too late for me to be making a video on Wednesday. And then Friday, I thought, well, I'll make the video for Friday. And then I had made plans with a friend that I hadn't seen for quite a while, like at least a year. And the plans kind of went way over in time, and we both lost track of time. We were having a good time, and so I didn't get to make a video Friday. So I'm starting off this week on a better note, at least. But yeah, if you like this kind of video that's kind of a different take on a movie rather than just a plain review, let me know what you think. If you hate this video, that's fine too. I'm trying to come up with some, unique ways to talk about films that maybe not everybody else is doing. I do like the reviews. I think they're quick and easy to the point, and I like to watch certain people's reviews who have a lot similar taste in movies that I do. So yeah, just kind of like a mini rambly update and then my thoughts on Hereditary. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you like these videos, give me a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram at Amy's Autopsy Report, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Oh, yeah.